And now, the Purple Room.
Welcome into the Purple Room podcast. I'm Patricia Caputo. He's David Bartholomew. We're so happy you decided to come in here and hang with us today. David, we're about midway through the semester already, which is insane.
Right.
How is it going for you?
Yo, time is just speeding, but honestly, I need to go a little quick. I'm ready for winter break. I don't know if you are. Like, I'm keeping the butt. Look, it's
you gotta
fun.
get the fall break first.
Fall break is a fake break.
Yeah,
we gotta talk about that too. That's a phony break, but I don't know. It's only been like 5 weeks, but it's been a lot.
No, it is. I feel like I've done so much in 5 weeks. I don't do this much in a semester, and I've done this much in 5 weeks.
But I'm having fun. I like being over here. Just yesterday, I was like, yo, this is like being in college is fun. Like, it's stressful. Not as stressful as being like an adult probably, but we're like on the edge and we're doing a lot. So just mid semester, feeling good. You know, gonna chill out this weekend.
Me too.
But I definitely would be lying if I said, if I wasn't tired. What about you?
Oh, I'm tired. But I'm not like as tired as I thought I would be. I feel like when I work so much, I'm really not. Like, I'm more nervous about that I'm going to get tired, not so much that I am tired. But I think this weekend is good because I'm gonna take a break. I've been trying to like actually take breaks.
You need vacation, Trish. You need just
I need 2
one
days.
day just relax.
We were talking about this. But like vacation to me, like I don't want to go out on vacation. Like to me, relaxing is not like going out and seeing people. To me, relaxing is like on a Friday night, I am not going out. Like I'm watching the Jersey Shore. Like that's because like it's the only time where I'm like I can be obsessed with someone else's drama.
Listen, you know the song Lazy Day from Bruno Mars?
Yes.
That's how you gotta do it.
No, it's
just
true.
Don't do nothing all day.
Yes, I seriously just like 2 days to like sleep.
I can't do that though. Like if I'm inside for like 1 day, I'm already like, all right, that's I need to go outside. I need to go do something.
Yeah, that's what like I could not do. I don't know how people do that their whole life. Like to each his own, but some people like I could never work from home. I could never be that person who works from home. I couldn't.
I could.
I
could work at home.
I can't. Like I couldn't have online classes either. I need to be out. I need to get ready in the morning and feel presentable. Like Zoom classes, no. Leave that in 2020.
I do agree with you on that point. Like I do like to go outside. Like if I'm staying home all day, then you know I'm chilling. But
I can't wear shoes.
I like walking through campus. That's another thing. I do like I like being on campus.
Exactly.
So I will say.
Wait, you said that you need to show off your outfits, right? Sorry, I keep thinking it's a camera, and I was like, wait.
Wait, what were you saying?
All right, we had a light on top of the camera that fell, so.
I think for like the first 2 weeks of school, I was like, no, maybe like the first month, I was going hard. Like, I got to be on campus because I'm getting ready every morning. That's just what I like to do.
Right.
But, I'm tired. Or maybe it's the allergies talking. When you get allergies, all of a sudden you become so, oh my God, I can't do this no more. So I kind of been chilling this week. Not really like, I'll just come with some like basketball shorts. Cause I'll go to the UREC right after. So
I feel like everyone's allergies are really bad too. That's kind of the vibe I've been getting.
There's been like waves of like colds and allergies just passing through campus, just running through campus.
Really? Yeah, everyone's been saying that like, I don't know. I think I grew out of my allergies. My allergies were so bad as a kid that my body was just like, we can't do this anymore.
It was done?
Yeah, it was just like they retired. Seriously. But like I think I have a deviated septum. Because, not to get personal, my cartilage is, like, broken in my nose. And the older I get, like, the harder it is for me to breathe.
You have a broken nose?
Well, they told my mom, I don't want to, like, get... But, like, when I was a baby, like, the nurse told my mom to push. But, like, the doctor left the room, and it was way too early. And my mom was like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah, whatever, he'll be right back. Well, it wasn't until I was 8 years old when I got, like... pretty sick. We couldn't figure out what was wrong. And then the EMT was like, or the ear, nose, and throat doctor was like, do you know her cartilage is broken? And my mom was like, what? And apparently it never heals. So, I mean, like, people, I guess, without a cartilage can push their nose down all the way. But sometimes my nose gets, like, inflamed. So, guys, if it looks bigger than usual, it's because it's inflamed. Okay? Like...
Yo, the more you know, that was like a Trish fact. That was like some Trish lore.
Trish fact. But, like, I did not mean to go that in depth. But it was just, like, I don't have allergies. But, like... the last like year, I've just been like, maybe I don't breathe out of my nose as like a normal human should. Sorry,
No, you're fine. Everybody's a little unique. Everyone's a little different.
Yeah, but like no, deviated septums are a real thing, and they're so weird. Anyway, we're done talking about my nose. Please, let's move on. Let's get into actual news. What's going on? Presented by Low and Slow. So Shaq is coming to town, but it's not necessarily
Diesel.
Shaq.
It's not Shaq.
Yeah, it's like his alter ego. Is that what you call it? Yeah. So he's back in town October 11th when Ole Miss plays LSU here in Death Valley. Did you go last time at Florida when Florida played LSU last year? Shaq came to Fred's. Oh gosh.
That's a funny story. Okay, I was there. I didn't get to see Shaq perform, but I did go to Fred's.
Did you go before or after?
We were waiting. He took a long time, and I had to go home a little early, so I didn't get to see Shaq perform. So I'm excited to see him perform for homecoming, but I do have a concern. It's like, he's like a dubstep DJ, which I like all types of music. I'm not gonna have a problem. I'm always gonna turn up, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, do all like the LSU students know that? Because like, what if we go there and people are expecting like something, and then it's just and everybody's like, yo, what is this? But I'm gonna be turned up.
I feel like
I haven't
like
seen
that.
DJ Diesel perform yet. I've only seen like TikToks where he's like in like Ibiza, and he's like, hey, what's going on?
He gets a little like crazy.
Go crazy!
Yeah, the things he was saying about Florida when he came. My cousins were all in town, so that's why it was like the perfect weekend that they came when LSU played Florida. And then I was like, guys, Shaq is here. Like, let's go. So they were all like, yeah, we gotta go. We could not see him for pretty much 3 hours, but me and my cousin just progressively moved up the entire night. My two cousins dipped and went to the bathroom. That was on them because they did not.
So you were there that night? We did not see each other.
That was the second time I ever went to Fred's. But like, I was so squished, and I was like, I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm never doing this again, though. But my cousin was like, get on my shoulders, because toward the end of the night, we got up close enough, and he was like, this girl can't see a thing. Oh, I got on his shoulders, and it was sick. Like, seeing Shaq up there, like, dancing, having a good time. But what was cool was that his son was there too, and at first he was kind of like the pregame to Shaq, and everyone was like, "We want Shaq!" And like, imagine being 20 years old and people chanting like that they want your dad.
We want Shaq.
It's gotta be humbling.
Hey man, that's Shaq. I mean,
like,
it's not Shaq,
but it's true. Like,
it's DJ Diesel.
Yeah. But what song do you want? Like, if he wasn't, what song do you want him to play?
What song? I want him to play. I don't know. I don't have any requests. I just want him to turn it up. Like, I feel like the homecomings at LSU are a little lackluster, a little, not as fun as they could be. It's really, I think you have a lot of fun if you're in Greek life. You're going to turn up. But I think for the regular students, like, there's not really, like, like, homecoming is kind of just one of them weeks where it's like, oh, it's here. It's a title on this week.
I feel like it was like Parents' Weekend for me and you.
Move on. Yeah, so I'm just like I hope it's more lit, but who knows? I don't know. I don't think LSU really got the right entertainment group.
No,
I'm not trying
agree.
to diss nobody.
No,
whoever set it up, that's amazing. But I'm just looking at
other schools.
How everybody else treats their homecoming compared to like how we treat it. Or maybe I'm just out of loop. Like maybe I'm
No, I think
and
you're
I'm
right.
not even. I'm just not tapped into the litness.
No, I mean, my friend goes to Howard and their homecomings are insane.
Oh,
like, they don't compare.
you don't gotta tell you about how I know.
He's like a videographer, so he gets to meet everyone that like I don't think the school like pays him, but he's like, can I do work here? And he gets to like talk to all the artists and stuff, and it's great. LSU. I mean, homecoming. Lil Baby wasn't considered homecoming though.
I think Lil Baby was before I came, but I heard that it was
Oh my gosh, that was before you came. Yeah, I was a freshman.
I'm a youngin'.
He was actually really good though.
Oh yeah, Lil Baby got
good.
bangers.
I was like, the songs I knew would be good, but it's hard to perform. You know what I mean? Like, I like Carrie Underwood songs. I don't know if I'd go see her in person. Like, she just she's great, but like, she doesn't play an instrument. She doesn't like dance. Like, it's hard to perform. But I was actually really impressed. He was a good performer.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're gonna see what happens. But I'm excited for DJ Diesel. Are you gonna go?
No.
Why?
It was the best thing I never want to do again. Like, I really had such a great time. Seriously, it was so fun. My cousin got kind of like kicked out of Fred's at the end because he like jumped the gate. But that was after Shaq had left, and then the guy was like running after. Like, dude, it's like 3 a.m. You're closed. But like, it was like, I think it was fun because like my family was there, like a few of my friends were there. Like, it was great. But like, they mosh pit and stuff. Like, that was great to take video of, but like, I'm not getting in a mosh pit. I'm not like it. I was just
Trish,
like,
you got to mosh.
I
think you would control the mosh pit.
Christmas Eve. Like, my uncle is like a pro mosher. Like, that man was moshing in his younger days. So like every year at Christmas Eve we end in a mosh pit. I'm dead serious. So like,
why are y'all mosh pitting on Christmas Eve?
Wait, we almost knocked down the tree last year, David.
That's fire.
Wait,
I'm not gonna lie.
And what's the song? Wait, Christmas Day by No Use for a Name. Yeah, that has to be played. And then they mosh.
Trish, we got to get some cameras into like your family like events. Like every time you describe
the
a holiday with your families,
E-News couldn't handle us.
It sounds hilarious.
I'm dead serious. E-News would have to cancel the Kardashians so fast, but they wouldn't be able to, because they would be like, is this scripted? They would think we're scripting it ourselves, and it's not. We're just kind of crazy in a good way, but we're just kind of crazy. The
time of the Kardashians is dying. We gotta hit them with keeping up with the Caputos.
Yeah, keep it up. Yes, like that's what I'm saying. And like, yes,
it's got a ring to it.
It does have a ring. It does. And like, technically, my mom's family, none of them are Caputos, but like, whatever. We all have Italian names. We're all Yep. Like, it'd be crazy. But anyway.
David, real quick, are you gonna challenge DJ Diesel to like a DJ battle?
I would win. DJ Diesel, but DJ Diesel's tough. But he became a DJ when he was rich. So I don't know, like, if he's really practicing or if he's just like
he's not grinding like you are.
Huh?
He's not grinding.
He's not on the grind like me.
That's not crazy though, because like, it is true. Like, he has that pull already.
But I don't know. I never like 100% sat and listened to like a whole Shaq set. So he could be nice. And I don't know. It doesn't matter like how much you practice. It's about, do you got the right tunes? Like, do you got what's gonna make the crowd move? So, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think me and Shaq have similar energy, or up there just turning up.
What about for Battle of the Bands on November 15th?
No.
You and Shaq, we can call him.
We
get him and DJ Pauly D, my Jersey Shore plug again.
DJ Diesel, hit my people, man.
And then you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do it because you know it's a Tiger TV.
What?
But like, it's a Tiger TV.
You don't know if I can do it.
But you could start everybody off for real.
That would be fun.
That would be sick. Like, to set the tone.
We can't say too much.
Yeah, you're right. Let's not get ahead. But applications do open on Monday, or next week rather. Applications open next week. So if you're interested, it's there. Battle of the DJs at Fred's, November 15th. Anyway, David, let's get into what I am kind of passionate about this, but LSU Library has 2 options, and it will be completed in 2029.
Yeah.
So the freshmen that are here now will not even be here to see the library, the new library.
They're going to pay for it.
Yeah. What was it? $152 million?
2029.
Good luck, David. That's going to be in your tuition next year.
My tuition? I ain't paying a lick for something I'm not going to see. And I better have a seat with David Bartholomew engraved on it. If I'm going, I will dispute my fee bill. Charge by charge. I need an itemized receipt. Fee. Oh my God. I mean, I seen both the libraries, like the library A prototype and the library B prototype. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't care which one they choose. Like, I know some people like B more, some people like A. My whole thing is, why couldn't we just renovate the library that's already here? I mean, LSU got all this money to just spend. You don't even gotta make a new library, because think about it. Nobody was asking for anything crazy. They just said, fix the 3rd and the 4th floor.
Don't let the ceilings leak.
Don't let the ceilings leak. Move the trash bags off of the bookshelves.
Yeah.
Like, that's all people ask for. Like, hey.
Turn up the heat, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it shouldn't be 40 degrees inside the library. It's freezing in there.
No, they should have just like hired LSU students and paid them and allowed them to get like some money off their tuition. I'd be out there every Saturday morning before game day, bro. I'd be like, all right, let's go. We're fixing the library. We'd get that done. We get it done for $25 million max.
But
I'd be out there.
Hey, I mean, if it's gonna make campus look even more beautiful, then.
But it's gonna go by PFT.
Yeah, that is far. I mean, it sucks. So what are they gonna do with the library in the quad?
I don't know. I didn't research that far. I don't even know if they know.
Are they gonna wreck it? Okay, but now what if the quad becomes way huger? Like, just a huge quad.
But what would you do? Like, what are you gonna do? Sit there? Stargaze? You can't even stargaze in Baton Rouge.
Wow. This is a hard-hitting question. We don't even know what they're going to do with the library
put
here.
A pool on top?
Turn it into a classroom. Then that's going to be whack. I don't know.
Well, apartments. Or like...
Apartment? Oh, no. You got an apartment in the quad?
Not apartments, but like, yeah, you might need a dorm. I mean, at the rate LSU's
that'd be a little embarrassing. Like, imagine you're just running out real quick. You're in like your PJs and like...
True,
there's 1,000 kids walking to class.
I guess. You're right.
You just want to walk your dog.
In my PJs. I only walked out in my PJs when there was a fire alarm, which was every day. But
when I lived on campus, when I had to go hit the 5 like early in the morning, I was in my pajamas. I was 7 in the morning
breakfast.
trooping.
I never got breakfast in the morning. I would just eat breakfast in my dorm.
I love the breakfast in the morning because I didn't have anything in my dorm.
I had frozen and overnight oats.
I had a mini fridge with leftovers from the dining hall. And I had like a microwave.
I feel you. I did. I had just overnight oats, and I would just like scoop some oats in and throw them in there every single day with a little bit of like water or milk. I still do that. Oh my God, but now I put cereal on top and like honey and cinnamon. Like I fancy it up a little bit. Fair. But it's just quick. That's really why. Like I don't. Yeah. Like at home, I have time to make eggs. In the morning, like I can't do all that. Like I gotta wait. It depends
on the day for me. I don't know. Some days I'm like, oh my gosh, or I'll go to sleep. This might sound big back, but I'll go to sleep at night and I'll be like, oh, I can't wait till I make breakfast in the morning. Really? Then I wake up in the morning and I'll be like, I just need some coffee and I gotta go.
See, I can't do that. I need breakfast. To eat in the morning.
Like I love breakfast.
I do love breakfast.
Sometimes I'm just like, I just wake up and I'm like, oh man, I don't want to make this no more.
I just bought some pancake mix from the store like last week, and I wake up at 9:05 for my 9:30 class, like knowing I'm not making those pancakes ever.
Yeah, that's my problem. It's the time thing. It's like even and like living in your apartment with roommates, and like I know my roommates, but we're not like besties where I could just be like, oh, I'll leave. So I try not to leave stuff out because like I find it rude. So I'm like, well, I have to clean it before I even go. It's got to cool off. It's like it's a whole process. And like when I make eggs, they need like spice in it, they need milk. Like if I'm making eggs, we're doing the whole thing. I'm not just making eggs.
Okay, what do you put in your eggs? Because I had some friends make fun of me for saying you could put seasoning in your eggs.
I put seasoning, but do you put cinnamon in your eggs? I'm not a big cinnamon in eggs.
I don't put cinnamon in my eggs.
My mom likes it. I don't really like cinnamon, but I do put milk in there, and then I put like some turmeric. I put some cayenne. I put some like sometimes like some like oregano or something.
Does milk actually make it fluffy? Because
some
people say it do.
I think it's the way you cook it.
I tried it. I don't really know if it really made it.
It's really the way you cook it. Because I like I do scrambled, but like I don't like them. I don't know how you explain this, but I don't like them overcooked. I guess like
it's still a little.
Yeah, soggy. I need a little
okay.
A little
Patricia, I think I know your answer already, just knowing you. But I've seen a lot of people do ketchup on scrambled eggs.
No, guys, wait. My uncle does that.
You just said it to a friend.
No, because like, what is ketchup to even begin with? Let's just start with like. Do people still use ketchup in 2024?
Just, high fructose corn syrup and tomato.
Like, it's a lie. Like, it's not just a tomato like they say it is. But also, it's just gross to me. Like, why? I don't know. For me, I have strict, like ketchup is for certain things. And it's for a bad chicken tender. And it's for a fry that's not salted enough.
There we go.
That's all it's for. Really, it's not for, like... it's like ranch with pizza. Like, you have bad pizza if you're using ranch. I'm sorry, cancel me for it. I don't care, but like, you shouldn't need ranch on pizza. You shouldn't.
I agree with you. I mean, I don't put no ranch on my pizza, but this is just so funny. You have real beef with condiments. Like.
I do. Like, what is mustard? I've never used mustard in my life. What is mustard? Mustard is not real. Like.
So
does it come from the mustard seed?
It's gross. What is it? Like, why? Like, I don't know. Like, mayo too. Ew.
Mayo too? Ew. You can't have nothing on a sandwich. You can't put nothing. You just need bread and the meat.
Because like people make sandwiches, and I'm like, what is this? I just wanted turkey and cheese. Like, stop being fancy. The problem with the world. This is why the world has so many problems, because we got fancy. We got fancy. If we didn't get fancy, everything would not be thought out. Like, we don't have to overthink things. You know what I mean? Like, they overthink. I like butter.
Yo, my stomach hurts, bro.
Okay, but like, what do you put mustard on for real?
You could put it on. You could put it on lots of things. It could be a condiment on a sandwich. You could put it on a hot dog.
You don't even know.
Cause I mean, I don't put mustard on hot dogs, but if mustard is on something that someone gives to me, I'm gonna eat it. Like I'm not gonna not eat it. Same thing with mayo. Like I like mayo on my sandwiches.
Mayo is good for like.
But it can't be
salad.
it can't be the only condiment on the sandwich.
And I don't actually mind mayo and tuna. I don't love it. I would rather do like olive oil and vinegar, but I don't.
Yo, we need a cooking show with you. Like
yeah, but like I don't realize how differently I eat because I just like do it. But then like people look at me like, why are you heating stuff up on like a stove instead of a microwave? Like I don't know, we never had a microwave when I was a kid, so like I heat everything up. Like there's just like certain things that people look at me like, are you like crazy? Like I wash off my groceries. And people think I'm crazy.
I feel like you're like a big air fryer fan.
I don't even have an air fryer, but yeah, my sister when she uses an air fryer, I love it.
Sneak peek for the listeners: at some point this season, we might be doing an episode with some fried chicken. I had to text Trish and make sure that I could fry it in oil, like make sure she wouldn't break out.
Vegetable oil. I look. Sometimes I break out with seed oils. So
look,
like,
Trish, I respect how you live, and I respect how you eat too. You're kind of.
She's outliving us.
I'm not perfect though. Like I'm not perfect. Like we had Chick-fil-A last.
But you're
week.
definitely gonna outlive us. You're gonna outlive me at least because I'm eating canes every second day. You taking it back very traditionally, kind of like Amish eating. So I respect it. Very.
Yo, Amish cheese.
To the book.
Let me tell you, delicious.
You gotta try it. I've been to Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
I've never been.
I like a little tour of like how they live and stuff. It's cool.
My sister goes out to school in like PA, so you know she knows people who like they make cheese and stuff. 100%, like A+. Yes. I wish she could. I've asked her to ship it to me, but you know it won't make it here.
Hey, now if we have any Amish listeners, I do want to introduce y'all to the world of maybe horse betting. They do got a lot of horses. They train their horses. Yeah. I know No Sweat Bets isn't until for another 30 minutes, but yo, what if we got like some like cool Amish guys who train horses to start betting on horse races?
I think that's against their religion.
Oh, okay. If it's against it, no. But I thought I was cooking because I was like, they would know better than us. Oh, that's a strong horse right there. Look at how they're coming off the back and foot. Easy money. Now we're teaching the Amish how to make generational wealth in their community because you got...
David's trying to joke about teaching people betting, but he's actually just teaching them insider trading.
I think you're just like manipulating them right now, but I don't think...
We try to make some money or what?
I think David's just trying to find a way to be rich.
I just want to tie everything back to betting.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You're going. Well, we can. As LSU signed a 4-star recruit out of California who is related to Magic Johnson. Mozzie Mosley is the nephew of Magic Johnson, and I like how Adam phrased this in our little script, quote unquote. Is it? What'd you say, Adam? Is Mac?
Are we McManiacs or is it time to McMove on?
I actually wish I was Matt McMahon.
Why?
Because what pressure is he under?
I think he's under a lot of pressure.
Is he? Or did Will Wade just slightly ruin his chances because Will Wade made the program something when in reality basketball was always just a little whoop over to baseball?
I think the way Will Wade went out gave him a little grace because I haven't heard a lot of fire Matt McMahon that loud yet, but I think it's because the circumstances that Will Wade left for him. Yeah,
I think it's Will Wade, and I think women's basketball winning helped because it's a great distraction. Like, oh, we don't have to care about the men's team. Like, I wish.
Yeah. I agree with you that it was a great distraction that we were winning for past couple of years. Yeah. You know, we were doing good in these sports, but I'm starting to think that now that things are kind of coming back to normal. Football team's not going to win the national championship. I hope they do, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Sports are just going to look regular for maybe a minute. I think this is McMahon's time to show the pieces that he's acquired in the off season, and he's been doing a good job as to like interacting with the community. Like we've probably seen Coach McMahon more like in these past this like month and a half than we have like outside like the past 2 years. So he's doing a great job in establishing himself on campus, which I think will lead a far way down the line if the season like doesn't go as planned and people are like, Are we still riding with McMahon? Are we not? I think the fact that he's built himself on campus and like his team clearly loves him. Recruits are coming in to watch LSU ball. I think he's set himself up well for success, and I think that although the pressure isn't crazy right now,
he's plotting.
You've had some time to build your team now. You were left in a bad situation. You come to LSU, just all that under review stuff with the NCAA. You're losing out on. You got this consequence.
Everyone
all these
left.
players are transferring. Yeah. You're in a bad position, and he's built up from there. And there's some. You got Mozzie Mosley now. You got other 4-star dudes that are looking at LSU. You got these recruits over there. These recruits. So it may not be exponential yet. Pressure's slowly starting to rise. I think he'll acclimate well, though. I think he's a good coach, and I like what he's building. That's all I can really say right now. I like what he's building a lot.
I think it will be a big difference maker if Will Wade continues to do well at McNeese.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he's there at McNeese. Yeah, I think that can make a difference because I feel that you heard a little bit of that last year when it was like we should have never fired Will Wade. But, like, at the end of the day, we had to, okay, because football was going to – it wouldn't have been good for football and basketball if Will Wade did not take, like, the loss for that team. But I think that the pressure will be on even more for him if Will Wade is succeeding at McNeese State when he could have been here at LSU, theoretically.
Yeah, maybe. I also think Will Wade likes it over there at McNeese. I think.
Oh yeah, I think it's great for him.
He enjoys that program. It's great for him, and I think a lot of LSU fans, are starting to hit that mark where they're like, "Go be you, go be free." If you love me, let me go. That's kind of how it is. It's like you're doing your thing over there. We love you over there, but now we love McMahon. This is McMania now.
Dude, so you're sold on him.
Oh yeah, I'm on the McMania. I'm on the McManiac train.
You're on the train.
I'm a McManiac, but I'm just excited. I like basketball. I love when March Madness comes around, and LSU football, Tiger Stadium. That's one of the greatest stadiums to be in to just watch a game. It's so electric. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. But me and Dylan was talking about this the other day. A basketball season in the PMAC could be just as loud as Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, Def Dome.
When our women's basketball team was going on their run, when Angel Reese was here and everything was going crazy, you cannot tell me that PMAC wasn't just as loud sometimes, not like shattered. Louder. And it's so much more fun because the student section is right across from the opponent bench. So the opponents are just getting chewed out the whole night. And we got some students that don't care about what they say. Like I have a hard time heckling.
And knowing someone's going to hear you. You know what I mean?
Well, you can put a camera on their face and they do not care. They're going to keep chirping. So it's aggressive in there. It's loud. And especially as we approach basketball season, when we get in there finally in the PMAC, I'm excited to see how we play because the fans are going to turn up and they're going to be volatile. They're going to be excited. And we're just here to watch some great ball, and I love basketball season for that. So I'm definitely going to be McManiac if he's bringing in them star players. You bring in Magic Johnson nephew?
Well, I mean, not to
tell Magic, come with that NIL money.
Not to bring you down or anything, but he only made 28. He only made 28%. I can't take you serious.
He only made 28%?
He only made 28% of his threes last season.
Mozzie?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
He's 6'5", 165. And I found it interesting because we were trying to recruit Bronny here, and he decided to go to the NBA or whatever. Mm-hmm. So boring, but I'm just saying we did kind of get that California kid.
23%?
28.
That can always be improved. Your shot can always get better over time, but I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched much of his tape, so I'm assuming that he does better in other things. You can't be a 4-star if you're not nice.
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm assuming he can get to the basket.
He's probably
really well.
learning from Unk.
Yeah.
You think Magic was worried about a three-pointer?
No. He didn't know what that was. That boy was ready to pass the rock.
People who could
But yeah, he has hella time to develop, and I think LSU is a great spot to do that too. With just the amount of money and resources we have.
True.
You're gonna get trained well. I'm excited.
I will say the thing about the heckling. I've seen assistant coaches of the other team or literal towel guys fight with the fans.
Yeah.
and like go at them.
It's hard to keep your cool against like Tiger fans.
Wait, the keys? When they start ringing the keys, that's got to be intense.
Like, like when you go on like discussion boards, I'm like, oh my God, LSU fans are so insufferable.
They
are. No, we're not.
But like, when you compare us to Tennessee and stuff, and Alabama, we're not.
No,
we're actually really cool.
That's what I was saying.
But yeah, baseball games.
We do have a level of.
Unfortunately, there are kids who are bringing up the outfielder's mom and girlfriend. Like you should go, but like no, I'm being serious. Go private on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like seriously, there needs to be like some sort of group chat for outfielders that play against LSU. That's like steps you have to take before going into Alex Box Stadium. Like, make sure your mom's Facebook is private. Like, maybe she should change her name to her maiden name so they can't find you. Like, you go private. Don't have a girlfriend. Like, don't put her picture.
Don't have a girlfriend.
Don't put her picture.
Break up with your girlfriend before you come to
yes. Like, don't. Your sister's private, okay? Like, they cannot go to a major school. So like, there are steps you have to take. Like, sorry, you're welcome, outfielders. I'm warning you, okay? Because that kid with the popcorn hat, he doesn't say much, but everyone else around him will eat you alive, and it's not healthy. They need therapy after that.
PR advice from Trish. I dig it.
I'm just trying to help people. I felt bad. That one kid from Maine, I can't remember his name, but like it was my freshman year or something. They ate that kid apart.
He's getting chewed up. A lot.
His mom, stepmom, girlfriend, sister. They knew the sister's boyfriend.
Ooh.
I was like, oh my
They do their research. Fans do their research.
This kid just took it. And this kid just sat there, and then he would heckle every once in a while. That's my favorite, when like they finally start talking back. Like game 3, when like it's like some school that came.
Yeah, but if you're not winning, that's how. I know. They're in your head.
But that's when they do it. Though.
I'm in your head, boy.
They just like start throwing stuff out to
these dudes are probably outside Himes on Quizlet 3 minutes before their exam, but they were looking up Instagrams and Facebooks like 3 weeks before that baseball game.
Yeah, they're preparing, and that's why
priorities.
No, seriously, like these outfielders, if you weren't warned, which like I don't know how you're not warned. I don't know how there's not like someone being like, yeah,
I think they know at this point. I think they've played enough ball to know like you're gonna get heckled, but you probably should get a warning before you get into SEC play. Yeah. Like
and basketball did a little bit too.
Yeah,
they started like
basketball gets it. I tell you what, LSU soccer. A lot of people don't shout out to LSU soccer because when I got to work a couple of the games.
Yeah, they're fun.
The band, like the Tiger band, is the ones heckling the opponent's soccer team. So they're like,
"What?
You suck!" And the band is right behind their bench. And like the soccer opponents are trying so hard not to turn around, and every now and then they'll like turn around and start talking against each other, and that's when the band just fires up. And I'm like, oh man, I'm like, you can't even escape it. The band is getting at you too.
I guess so. I guess sometimes at like volleyball games, maybe it was women's basketball games, they used to have the crawfish that came out, and they'd be like, I'm going to distract you. Yeah, they're pretty cool for that. They're like real-time LSU supporters. But there's a guy who's not really a UNLV supporter, and that's actually their quarterback. So Matthew Solka decided to like enter the transfer portal like earlier this week because he didn't get the NIL money that he felt that he deserved. Apparently he was promised, or he said he was promised $100K from an assistant coach, and it was never received. So his response was, well, I'm going to go into the transfer portal, or I'm just going to redshirt for the year and not play. So, David, first let's bring this back to you. I always love getting the high school football knowledge. Not to brag. Do you have a high school varsity letter?
Like a jacket? We're too broke for that.
Just I didn't get the jacket either. I'm not doing that. But like, do you have the letter?
No.
You didn't get a letter?
We're broke.
But you get the letter for free.
What letter? We didn't get no letter.
No, like, did you qualify like to be like a letterman?
Yeah.
Like if you play like X amount of games or something.
Yeah, I played all games, but we didn't get like any paper or anything.
Oh.
Dude, we played.
You want mine?
We played like a city league. Like we just went out there. We barely got. Like some teams didn't even send us the film back after we played. Oh yeah,
you had told me about that.
Yeah.
Don't you have one like iconic touchdown that there's no evidence that it happened?
No. It was our final game against our rival high school, Canarsie High School, and I just had a great game. Like I had like a 50-yard kickoff return. I had like 10 tackles. I had 2 tackles for loss. I had a sack, a fumble. I had like an 80-yard chase down. I chased down those like 4'11" speedy running back. Big old tired linebacker David hawked him down, and I remember their coach was so big on sending players to college, and I'm like, oh, you want to send people to college? You ain't sending my film. You ain't sending my film, G. Send my coach to huddle, and they never sent us to huddle. But I mean, yeah, we didn't. I like that's why I was looking at you like, What the hell's a letterman?
Oh, well, yeah, it's like the little letter that you get. I got one. You know, I never played football, but
Look
I have
at
a
you.
varsity football letter. Just
You
saying.
did more than me.
Oh, yeah. I also have an academic one. Just saying, guys. I'm pretty much a two-letterman right here. But anyway.
I'm going to hop in real quick. I don't know if you're watching us on YouTube or on Spotify. This little thumbs up emoji keeps popping up on my screen. I don't know if you can see it in the recording, but I have no clue what it's doing. I just got this Mac. I might have to play around with it. But
it's AI,
I don't know.
right?
Maybe it's a sign that like you should like the video or something. But
yeah.
Wait, like it keeps popping up
like
on us, like a
guys.
little thumbs up with the bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new iOS feature.
Yeah,
like,
it's an AI
thing,
right?
I haven't been able to play around with it.
It happened to me when I was on FaceTime, and I've been trying. I was like,
it happened. So, like, my mom one time was freaking out. She was like, "We have to hang up." I don't know what. Like, she thought we were getting hacked. She was like, "We're getting hacked, Patricia."
Yeah, if y'all are seeing that, if you're watching this, my fault.
No,
I'll figure it out. But
you're a letterman too, right, Adam?
I am.
yeah.
I lettered in football, not for playing football, but like I handled all the film and everything.
Yeah.
But I also did letter in powerlifting. So.
Dude, I wish we had Adam, bro. We might have our.
I know you might have your tape, but were you like one of those guys like when you would talk to a girl, you would be like, you know, I would have went D1, but you know, like they never sent my tape.
Depends what girl I'm talking to. It depends.
But
like,
when someone says that to me, I'm like, okay, move on.
I'll never say it without something like, oh my god, you look like you play sports. Now, if you say I look like I play sports, then I'll mention.
Yeah, but that's different.
Could have done it.
Oh wait, so you do pull that line? You pull that.
If you're like, oh my god, you look like you
D1.
play football. But if you don't say nothing, I'm not gonna bring it up because I don't want to look like the unk who like keep talking.
I hit my knee. I tore my.
I pushed my knee up, man. I could have been up.
I can't move the way I used to, and they took away my letter because of it.
Yeah, no, I really.
That's why I never went to college either.
I really can't move like I used to, bro. I'm stiff.
You're fighting for your life.
I'm sore after like a 10-minute workout. I don't want to even touch. I don't want to touch pads no more. Have somebody beat me up all day.
Yeah, I actually had a dream about being a quarterback one time, and that like terrified me. I woke up in like
being an athlete in college. No matter like, despite all the perks they get, it must suck.
Oh yeah, no.
Because they're still calling you a student.
Oh yeah.
Most of them don't care about school anymore. Because especially if you know you're going to the league, these dudes are grinding all day. Still gotta put in like mandatory like study hours. Still gotta do their homework, and then still gotta wake up at the crack of dawn to do it all over again. I'm like, yo, that's doing that every day. That's rough. At least they're getting paid now.
Yeah, no,
at
my
least
friend,
they're getting paid.
my friend plays at Bryant University, and he goes, my favorite like year is Christmas and New Year's that 1 week because that's the only week he doesn't have anything to do. And he's like, every other week I always have to do something.
Rough, man.
And it's rough. But you know, I think I've said this before that he got like $11 worth of NIL money.
Yeah. So you see,
they split it.
when
but yeah,
his name's Sulka.
Yeah.
Sluka.
Sluka.
My apologies, Sluka.
I think I missed it.
Yeah. So when you get quote unquote promised $100,000 to transfer out of your school because he was at Holy Cross, transferred to UNLV because they said they were going to give him that $100,000 NIL, and then he gets to UNLV and they're like, "What are you talking about? We never said we didn't even finalize that." So that, like, especially for somebody like who's you finally getting paid for all of the rigorous athletic work you do on top of academics. You go there, they lie. You already left the school that you enjoyed. Of course, you should be like, yo, I'm not playing that.
I have so many questions with actually a lot because one, I'm like, okay, with NIL, are there any written contracts? Like,
what I heard from, I don't know if this is true, but it was somebody who works in NIL at LSU was kind of explaining like how this could have happened, like a hypothetical, and explaining why LSU has certain procedures that they follow. Is a coach probably said, hey, come here, I'm going to get you taken care of. We're going to get you $100,000. From what I understand, there's no written contract involved in this deal specifically. It was a coach who said, like, hey, I'll get you $100,000. Then he's running over to the boosters, hey, we got to get $100,000. And then somewhere in this whole circle of communication, they either don't have the budget or it falls through somewhere. So it's not all like interconnected to where these different departments are working together. He's running into the booster saying, hey, I told Matthew Sluka we got $100,000 for him. We got to get this. And then they're going to this department saying we got to find this money. And it just never happened.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
It doesn't really hold up in court, unfortunately for him, because there is no written thing. It just kind of sucks.
Right. And but that's what got me too, because apparently like his agent was speaking out. Now, I don't know if he had this agent at this time, but like if you did have an agent at that time, maybe you got to fire your agent, like, cuz like there was no written record, there's nothing out there, and your agent wasn't there to say, well, is this really legit? Let's take a deeper look into this. But also, what I wanted to talk about is what Travis Hunter said. I'm not sure if either of you saw it. And I had mixed feelings about that, because I was like, okay, Travis Hunter, it's very easy for someone who is making $3.1 million in NIL money to say you have to focus on getting to the league when you're one of the best players in college football right now, and of course you're going to get to the league. And at the same time, I see his point, but I'm like, okay, Travis, you can buy a house, you can buy a car, and you can, I think he's engaged or whatever. Now, like, you can do all of these great things that Matthew can't do. Like, I have mixed feelings on him saying that.
Like you said, I understand I kind of understand what Travis Hunter's trying to say. Like, hey, like, but I think it, like, who knows? Like, does Sluka want to go to the league? Does he, like, have? Because it's easy for Travis Hunter to be like, yeah, bro, this is about the NFL. Like, don't worry about the NIL money right now. Focus on getting a huge contract in the NFL. But we know Travis Hunter is a generational talent.
Right.
We know also,
that. Let's be real about Sluka, too. Like, even if he wants to go to the league, he's a Mountain West quarterback on a run-first team. Like, even as a quarterback, he's a runner. You know what I mean? Like, nothing against the dude as a person or anything like that, but you didn't hear his name until this happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe he's a third guy on a team. Maybe he's a practice squad guy, and he's making decent money, but you don't know where these dudes are coming from. Like, $100,000 while you're in college, going back to your family, that can be life-changing, especially if there isn't that future. And like y'all are saying, Travis is a guaranteed first-round, generational, two-way prospect, you know?
Travis is going to be set, regardless of what he does with his life. But Sluka, on the other hand, like just like Adam said, that $100,000 could be life-changing. You're getting an opportunity to. He's transferring from Holy Cross. Like, he was doing fine there. He probably enjoyed going to school there. But you're getting told you're about to make $100,000. The NFL isn't guaranteed for 90% of people playing college. We know the 1% that's going to go because they're amazing. They're great at that. And Travis Hunter's a part of that 1% that we know is going to move on. But for most people, now that you have the chance to make money in college, for most athletes, this is where you're going to make that money because you may not see $100,000 playing professional football.
Oh, 100%.
So it sucks that he didn't get the money. It sucks that it's probably not written out. That's probably more, that's more of a program thing, having to be organized with your program.
Right.
So, and NIL is still fairly new. We're not even 10 years into the NIL era. So a lot of kinks are going to be worked out. A lot of programs are going to have to figure out what works best for them. How do we make sure our NIL team knows that our coach just promised this kid $100K? But there's lots to be worked out. I hope best for him. I also hope the best for UNLV for them to finish off their season without their quarterback. But yeah, if you tell me you're going to give me $100,000 and you don't give me the $100,000, what am I here for?
Yeah.
No, what are we talking about?
And it's true. Like, you do have to think about, CTE is becoming a bigger and bigger thing, and it's shown that people get it when they're younger and stuff like that. So it happens. But also, Michael Allen entered the transfer portal. They're running back. I don't know. There's a lot going on in UNLV.
College sports is going to become more of a business, and you're going to start seeing more guys understanding that while you're at school, this is the best chance you have to make money. And even if you are a top guy, this is still your best chance to make money because you never know what'll happen tomorrow. So even though I agree with Travis Hunter saying it's about the NFL, it's also about right now.
But you could blow out your knee tomorrow.
Yeah, and I don't even want to say no. I don't want to say no injuries. I don't want to put nothing in the air. But it's
right, but that's the reality.
That's true.
It's like a really extreme example, and I can't think of dude's name, but I think he played at Tennessee. He might have been a DB, and he got paralyzed his senior year. He's a motivational speaker now, but everyone in his family was telling him, man, you play 10 more games, you're a millionaire. You just make it through the season, you're getting drafted.
I know.
And then he gets paralyzed.
Well, the same thing. I don't know if you guys know Brandon Burlsworth. That was the same thing. There's a whole movie on him and how he was this great, walk on, all this, all that. And then he died 3 days before he signed his NFL contract. His family didn't have money growing up at all. They were finally going to have a break, and then he died and didn't get the money that he deserved because he didn't sign with the Colts in time.
What's that?
But he like changed Arkansas on that program. That like little kids were wearing glasses just like him because of it. Imagine the money he could have made off an NIL deal with a glass, like glasses, right? All that money that you could have made that he didn't because he tragically lost his life in a car accident. So like I do, you gotta understand.
Inky Johnson.
There we go. But it is like that's like you hate to say that, but that is also like the sad reality of some people's lives where like. Something tragic might happen. You might not be able to play anymore. You got to get that money while you can.
Go and make that money.
And you know who else is making money?
Oh.
The Washington Commanders and Jayden Daniels.
Just give me my money.
And Fanatics, because, Jayden Daniels, so Fanatics said that, Anyway, Fanatics said, look, I'm just reading the news, okay? Like, we're just reading the news.
What Fanatics say?
Anyway, that company that sells jerseys said that no other team has sold more than JD in the last week. And this was last week. But he's completed 82% of his passes, 7 touchdowns. As a rookie, he's brought the Commanders back to life, which many don't even know if it was possible. That might hurt your heart a little bit. It hurts our hearts a little bit.
Well, I'm happy for JD. I'm happy the Commanders
are
doing good. I like good ball. That's the thing. I despite in division rival, it don't matter to me if good football is being played, and I'm happy to see Washington got somebody back. I remember RG3 was playing, and he was kind of the hope for Washington. Jayden Daniels is here now, and he's doing great things. It's no surprise to me that his jerseys are outselling everybody's. The guy has been on like a storm ever since like that Heisman run. Like I think he's been on like ever since that Heisman run, he's been on everything.
Yeah. They put respect on him.
I seen him on like a State Farm commercial.
Was he?
Or was it State Farm? It was one of those insurance companies or something.
I didn't see that.
And the comments are so funny. It was like, great player, still a bad actor. And it's funny because it's like.
Wait, did you see like someone said that State Farm needs to sign Malik Neighbors so they could be like a good neighbor. State
Farm is there? Oh, that's fine.
They really gotta consider that. That's what I mean. Like they're not thinking like this.
Oh my god, you need a different brain to be in like.
It was like
TV. I didn't even think of that.
It was like an NFL meme I saw that this girl was like, my boyfriend just like randomly said this and says it every time he watches Malik Neighbors play, and I was like. That man must be in PR. Like that'd be so iconic. That's so funny. It's like, don't they have it with Ludacris or like that Ludacris pops up in one of the put Malik out there. Like, come on. Let's get someone who like could relate to the brand. Relatable.
My boy Malik, but I'm happy for JD.
Yeah, me too.
I like watching the Commanders play now. Like what? I never watched Commanders play.
Yeah, no, I was you just expect they're gonna lose, but
Did you see the articles, like everything resurfacing about like how he trains with like VR and stuff?
No.
He trained since last year LSU, before that Mississippi State game, he got introduced to VR training where basically they can have the stadium, they can run real LSU, like they were running real LSU plays in the VR. Defenses were out there. You can disguise the defenses and everything. It allows you to get extra reps without actually being out there with everybody else and putting any physical toll.
They put you in like the opponent's stadiums, like he could see where the play clock is and stuff.
He runs with it on, like he's running.
He probably doesn't actually run,
or he's just looking at it.
He could probably move it. Like when he gets, you probably put the VR on. He sees everything. He probably has like a controller with him.
Oh, and does it?
Or like analog sticks that like allow him to like run or like look, and he can look around and like probably pass.
I got you.
Probably just move his arm.
Those VR things are legit. I rode a roller coaster on them one time, and
VR is fun. VR is so fun.
I thought I was at Six Flags. So I was like, yo, I was babysitting too, so like you have to like pull it together, and you can't be like, what is happening right now? And these kids are like, look at this roller coaster, like.
No,
that's no joke.
Because apparently the people
ninjas
behind it, like the people behind the VR training system, it was originally made for soccer players who wanted to get extra reps without actually being out there. And it wasn't until they decided, like, hey, like this would be great with American football, and the proof is in the pudding. Look how Jayden Daniels played with it. Like that Mississippi State game, he went crazy.
You're right.
he teared up the college football for the rest of that season, and he's doing things in the NFL. His eyesight, like his vision on the field, definitely looks way much more better. I mean, there's times where he would have probably taken off with the ball when he didn't have to, and he's poised in the pocket. He's making great throws. He's making, like, the timing on his balls have gotten so much better. Like, his anticipation, and he's throwing a lot more NFL balls now. Like, before he got to the league, people were saying, yeah, he can hit a receiver, but they didn't know about, like, how his anticipation. Jayden Daniels is making people shut up, and he only has more room to grow. So
you just got to work on the sliding.
I think he has worked on the sliding a little bit.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow struggled with that too.
Yeah,
there was like clips of him talking to the ref, like, "See, I'm getting better at sliding." But
I like we're seeing motion from him. I mean, we've always seen motion from him, but like, I don't know, maybe they're just putting the camera on him more when he's being vocal and stuff. I know, like,
yeah, because he's quiet. But I think that's what makes him cool, because Joe Burrow was kind of like that too.
Yeah,
like where they're just like quiet,
but like clearly you can see that they have a lot to say, or like they're fired up inside, but they're kind of composed. So
yeah,
I like when
I think Joe's like a vocal, like, weight room guy. Like when he's on the field, he's locked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, like, I could see him getting on dudes in the weight room.
In the weight room? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they just seem like two people you really want to be friends with. Like, does anything bother them? Like, seriously, though, they just seem very, like...
Dude, that's the thing.
I don't know if anything bothers them, but Joe Burrow's hair bothers me.
You're not wrong.
It's been weeks.
Did you plan that?
No, but, like,
it's... been planning that?
Like, it's still blonde, and it's growing out. Like, it just looks awkward now.
I feel like everyone goes to that stage. Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, OBJ. OBJ was the only one that could pull it off, but he made it cool.
What you trying to say? I don't know. Let's move on.
Anyway, so we'll be right back. We have a quick word from our sponsors. The Purple Room is sponsored by Walk-On Sports Bistro. Walk-Ons makes every occasion worth celebrating with delicious food and drinks. Walk-Ons, your home away from home.
What's Going On is brought to you by Low and Slow Snacks, the first ever smoked barbecue chip. Try their corn chips, potato chips, or their new barbecue cheese puffs. Order online or check them out at your local grocery store. Low and Slow, real wood, real smoke, real barbecue.
No Sweat Bets is sponsored by Southern Air. Since 1994, Southern Air's team has provided 5-star plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. Southern Air, fixed right or it's free.
So Fall Fest was recently, and you might have checked out our booth there, Tiger TV's booth, and we had LSU Tiger plushables, so be sure to check out Plushable Gifts on Instagram, so at Plushable Gifts via Instagram to enter the UGC contest, and you might be able to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Speaking of money, David, let's get into No Sweat Bets presented by Southern Air. What's your bet? What do you got for the week?
Okay, so it's been a long time since I dropped the little UFC bet. Ooh. And this Saturday we got Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. And I am a huge fan of Alex Pereira. I mean, if you watch any of his fights, he's a stone cold killer. His face is always kind of like just chilling. And he only says like a couple words. He's always like, Sherma. That's a Brazilian word. You see, I don't even know. And he just hits you, and the hits are soft. It looks soft, but boom. He's been out for a little bit. He got that last win against Yuri Prochazka. I think he's coming back off some injuries. He's going to be healed, but nothing changed about his power. I think he's going to take out Khalil Roundtree. Does it go the full way? I don't know. I think it'll be an early stoppage. I'm going to go, no sweat bets. I'm going to go with the knockout from Alex Pereira. He's going to knock out Khalil Roundtree and secure another win.
Alrighty, well.
As he moves up to heavyweight.
I'm hoping our team gets win, David. I'm going to try to play it safe. I feel really confident.
I left it for you because I
appreciate that. I appreciate you for real, because the Royals play the Yankees this weekend on Saturday to start the series. The Royals are at plus 170. The Yankees are at minus 210. New York needs to win, because if they win a World Series, don't sign Juan Soto. Like, don't sign Soto. You don't need to. You want a World Series. This is the start. Finally, the Astros are out of the playoffs. Like, I'm so grateful. I almost dropped a tear of joy the other day.
You think now's the time?
Just thinking about it. Yeah, like since 2009, like I'm going to New York if they win a World Series, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay, like the Phillies are still there, so are the Dodgers. But anyway, I think that it starts here versus the Royals. Bobby Witt, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a tough weekend for you, buddy, because the Yankees are gonna win.
Hey, you know I 100% agree with
100%.
you. I'm happy to see us, but I think yeah, like you said, now's the time.
Are we going to New York if they win a World Series?
Duh! I'm going.
Special podcast episode. I'm not kidding.
I'm out.
Trish is finally loyal to the home team.
Finally.
There you go. We finally got it out of me. Okay, sometimes I'm just realistic. Can we admit that? I'm realistic sometimes.
Whatever.
We're planning our 25-hour drive, right?
Yep, we're out.
We're starting now. I'm that confident.
We going to Yankee Stadium.
I'm ready. I'm ready to throw toilet paper. I did it in 2009. I'll do it again. Anyway, that's all we have for today. Thanks so much for hanging with us. I'm Patricia Caputo. He's David Barthelemy. And thank you to our producer, Adam Gattuso. Purple Room Podcast presented by Walk-Ons. We'll see you later.